Welcome back to another episode. GMAK, the Boiler Men, in the laboratory once more. Shooting content, coming here to hang out with you guys, talk to you a little bit about business, talk to you a little bit about plumbing, talk to you a little bit about the trades, talk to you a little bit about blue collar. These are the things that interest us, and we're hoping they interest you, and we go out of our way to bring you as much content as possible. As you can see, sitting here next to me is my big, it's really a little, but my big little toolbox. And today I'm not going to share with you the toolbox. I've done a review on this toolbox. I love it. Really more on this one. We're going to talk a little bit more about tools and the right tools for the job, and every individual being a little bit different. My tools may not work for you, but I will share with you a little bit of the things that I use on a daily basis. They've really helped me be successful in my business. That's the other thing. Every business is a little bit different. You can work on residential, you can work on commercial, you can work on industrial, you can work in construction, you can work in all different areas. And for each individual, you have different wants and needs. So if you're first time at this channel, first time spending time with us, we appreciate you, man. My name's Greg Michelman. I'm the co-owner of GMAK Industrial Burner Services. If you wouldn't mind, man, you go down there, it's free to subscribe to the channel. All it's going to do is let you know we put out a new video. You can hit the video, you can not hit the video. Really doesn't matter. We'd love for you to watch the video. That's the whole point of me taking the time to make this content. But the more subscribers we get, the bigger the channel gets. And while you're at it, if you don't mind, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm, helps push our videos up. We take the time out of our day to produce for you. So maybe, just maybe, you could do that little bit of a favor to us. Costs you nothing. All it does is a click, whether it be your finger or with your mouse. So thank you. We appreciate you for being here. So on today's episode, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about tools, the importance of tools, the importance of having good tools compared to what may be a little bit more on the mediocre side. And yes, there are levels to this. I don't shop at Harbor Freight, and again, I have nothing against Harbor Freight, and I have nothing against you if that's where you shop. But personally, I like to have a higher quality tool. When I first came in the business, I just wanted to have my first toolbox, so I would go and I'd buy the Husky tools of the world and some other things. And there are still things Husky that I use. I mix it up. I don't just use one company. I use Nipex, I use some Husky, very rare. Milwaukee tools I enjoy, but I'm going to go a little bit through some of my hand tools. I'm going to show you the box I use. Again, I'm not going to go through it thoroughly. This isn't a review on tools or whatnot. I just wanted to get into the conversation of what's important to you and what's important to me out in the field. So, depending on what it is that you do, right? And it also depends on who you surround yourself with. When I first came in, I was surrounded by some old school mechanics, and they were very much on the same train of having the tools, because at the end of the day, for me as a mechanic, and I'm working inside of equipment, outside of equipment, and your hands are going into tighter places, you want to have tools that are going to be reliable. You're going to want to have tools that are going to stand up against the rigors of what the job entails. It's super important, and I've used tools like Allen wrenches as a perfect example, right? When I've used some like Home Depot style Allen wrenches, and then I'm in a tight spot, or I have something that's really not giving way, even though it's rusty and I spray it up with Let Go and all that, they strip right out. So, and just talking about that, right? I'll go into my little trusty box here. Now, this is a company called Wiha. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, leave me a comment. I really don't give a shit. I ain't about pronunciation, I'm about getting the job done. So this is the set that I happen to be using at the moment. Very, very, very high quality product. I have yet to have a problem where I'm stripping Allen keys out, or the screw for that matter. They get in very tight, and they're super durable and super strong. So again, just a small example. I'm not here to sell it. I don't make money off the product. That's not what this is about, but I just want to show you an example of a tool that is super important to me. I use them on a fairly daily basis, and it's gotten me out of a lot of trouble. And then also electrically, right? I have these Nipex pliers that I love. It has a little crimper on it. I do a lot of wiring work. Again, it's tools to fit whatever it is that you do on a daily basis. If you're an electrician, if I'm you, I want to have higher end quality tools. Now, an electrician might come on here and tell me this isn't a high quality lineman plier. I don't know. For me, they work great. The grip is nice. They're not super bulky. Personally, I don't like a bulky gripped lineman plier. I have to use it. My hands are not super long, and it's loose, and I like that too. And I also like that the tips are nice and tight. So again, another example, not a salesman. I don't give a shit. This is a whole nother company. This is not a sale type of video. This is just kind of showing you the ins and outs of some of the tools that I use on a daily basis. Another one that I use on a daily basis, this is more on the plumbing side, but again, something I like. I grew up using channel lock. Channel lock I have nothing against. It's still a business standard as far as I know, but I switched over to Nipex. Why? Because when you get a nice clamp on a pipe with these, it acts almost like a pipe vise, and the thing will not let go, whereas a channel lock, I have to squeeze as hard as I can to hold that same position. So it's all about leverage and other things, and it's all about ease of use, okay? So again, just more examples. I brought the toolbox out for that purpose. I didn't bring the toolbox out to show you my toolbox. If you really want to know what toolbox I'm using, this is the Tech Pack MC. Vito Pro Pack makes it. It's a smaller, more compact, the word I'm using for, like backpack style. I like to be able to carry it. It's evenly loaded on my shoulders. I remember coming in to the business again, and I used to use a strapped one. So now, I'm putting all my weight onto one side shoulder. But as someone who has scoliosis and my back is pretty up after the years, so are my shoulders, I need something that has even leverage on both sides. I used to have the roller, which was fine, but I'm in basements a lot, so you're going up and down the stairs no matter what, you're lugging this thing up. And to be honest, as the owner of the company, I've done a lot less service calls. So I have a full pack. I got everything I need. I have my electrical tester, I have my manometer, but I don't need as much stuff as I feel like I once needed. So again, it's really just about what works for you. I happen to do industrial boilers, and I do more service. I'm not really doing much plumbing. So I need to have my service tools for the things that I need. And I think, when you first come into the business, it's not so easy because you're not 100% sure what you need, right? I mean, each individual is different. I think as you progress, as you spend time around other mechanics, as you're doing mechanical style work, you'll figure out what tools work best for you. A lot of times what happens is if you have a mentor or if you have somebody that's training you, you would end up using a lot of the tools that they use. That's kind of what happened with me, because a lot of times if they're handing you their tools to use, those are the tools you're getting accustomed to. Then along the line, you'll find other tools that work for you. I used to be big on Klein's lineman pliers, but then I'll show you. It doesn't happen on these, but the way the design of the handles used to be, after a while, the little sheath used to pull off the handle constantly, and I hated it. Yeah, I probably could have glued it, but why would I buy a tool? And again, this is more to this conversation of this. I want tools that are gonna last me. I don't want tools I have to repair. If I have to repair my tools, I'm already that's how I see it. So I try to do things in a way that's gonna last for a long time. And again, for me, since I don't do a lot of service anymore, I know my tools are gonna hold up, as opposed to other people. Maybe you're out in the field a lot more, your tools are being used daily, multiple times a day. Maybe the longevity is not there. But again, here go some picks that I use, Milwaukee. I'm just showing you kind of the diversity, so to speak, of my tools. Here go another Wiha multi-tool. It's a 10-in-1 screwdriver. So like these are great for my type of business. Phillips, flat, all that. I do have this Klein tool, which is just a multi-purpose nut driver, which is really important. Also, again, not to go through the whole damn toolbox. That's not what this was about. I really just wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of having proper tools for the job. If you're starting in the business and you need to go to Harbor Freight, I'm not knocking it. I've used Harbor Freight tools before. But there's gonna be a certain level of limitations you're gonna have with it. But initially, to put a toolbox together, to be somebody that takes that first step, as a business owner, I can tell you, when I hire guys and I'm training them, when they show up with their own toolbox and their own tools, man, it really says something about where they want to go and where they want to be. I helped them out along the way. I'll be honest. I've helped in a lot of ways, either figuring out where to get the tools from or, sourcing some for them just to kind of help them get the initiation. I know that's not typical. Usually you would buy your own hand tools, but You know, as a company, we really try to help the guys out. We really want them to get a good, fast start. And I really want them working with good tools, because at the end of the day, they're representing GMAK. They're representing our company out there. And you want to make sure that you're showing up, getting the job done in a timely fashion. If you're using tools, I've had it where it's fighting me all the time. I'm sorry, I'm talking really fast, but there's things I'm passionate about, you know, and tools, even though it seems so simple, is really the most important thing. I preach this to my guys all the time. Honestly, I preach a lot of these tools. There's a good chance that a good 3/4 of the guys that work in our company probably use the same exact tools. Not because I use them, but because they've seen them work for me, and then they go and get them. Or like I said, on a lot of occasions, when I'm buying like a set of Allen keys, I'll buy a set or two extra, help the guys out a little bit. When I find that it's a subpar tool, I'll let them know right away. Like, I'm not a big Ryobi guy. I have this argument with people all the time. You want to use Ryobi? It's a cheaper option, but you're gonna only get what you get from it. So if you're not somebody that uses this every day, it'll last you for years, no doubt. But if you're somebody that's in the boiler room, or you're in construction, or whatever it is, and you think you're going to use Ryobi tools every day, and that's going to last you 10 years, 5 years, whatever it is these days. Now everything's made in China, and they make it like so, you know, you're lucky to get 5 years out of tools, but I just don't see it. And then you don't have the backing of the company. So like Milwaukee has really kind of got a foothold in the battery operated equipment, and they also make the most tools, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But again, tools. So if you're a contractor, yo man, to me, it's an investment. It's not a waste of money. People say, you're wasting your money on that shit. I don't believe in that. I believe that it's an investment in the future, because when I have a tool that I know is going to last, then that job is going to be done in a timely fashion. It'll be done properly, and I won't have any issues. Think about using a tool that can break or whatever else. Maybe it busts inside of like like we were talking about Allen keys before. If it snaps off and it snaps inside, you know, the screw or whatever it is that I'm working on, can really cause more headaches. So I'm all about, and again, a lot of the things I talk about where there could be problems is a lot of coulds and maybes, but those coulds and maybes can turn into catastrophic issues. So why even put yourself in a position where that could be a thing? So I try to start off right out of the gate with good because I already know that I'm kind of leading myself in the right direction where I don't have to worry about those things. But like what I'm talking about probably in some of the tools I showed you is a little bit more guided towards my specific business. Again, this wasn't a tool review. This isn't a tool bag review. This is more along the lines of just talking about how important it is to invest in your tools, invest in your equipment. That's top to bottom. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, invest. It's the best advice I can give you. If I could only give you one piece of advice, which I hope I can't because I want to give you a lot more than just one piece of advice, but when it comes to this particular situation, find the right bag, find the right tools, and because they're going to be tools that take care of you for the rest of your time. You think you're taking care of the tools, but in reality, the tools are taking care of you, and it's vice versa. This is a relationship you're building. Every one of these tools I know how to use. I know how to use well, and I know where everything is. That's the other thing. I don't like people touching my shit. I want to come back to my toolbox. Everything's where I left it. That's on both sides. This is a reversible bag. As you can see, there's a zipper on the back. Again, not a tool review. I'm not going into it. It's not relevant to the video. Hope you got something from this, man. But buy the tools that work for you. Don't slack in that department. We appreciate you being here, man. If you got something from this video or you want to have a conversation about it, man, we love having conversations. I respond to every comment ever that we've ever had on this platform. Drop a comment below. Let's discuss it. If you have any tools and you're in my type of business and you want me to check it out, even if you want me to do a review on it, I'm more than willing to do that too. I love tools. I'm a tool head. Anybody that's a mechanic or anybody that's in the trades, I'm sure you're exactly like me. You become a tool junkie, and that's exactly what I've become. I'm a little bit of a tool snob, but that's okay too. But we appreciate you being here, man. As usual, keep running, keep gunning, keep winning, keep building that business, keep growing, keep shining. We love you, appreciate you. Peace.